this is Jane, and this is my healthy habit number 43, which is to realize the beautiful healing power of music in our lives. And on the other side, there are some forms of music like gangster rap and heavy metal that actually can have an opposite effect on our life. So we need to recognize and really pay attention to the music that we allow into our energy field, into our frequencies, because music is frequency and energy. And we are all part of the energetic field, and what we listen to makes a big difference in our health. And that might not be something that you've thought about. So there's several things that have been studied very deeply about sound therapy. And this is not something that I study a ton. I just know how I feel when I listen to certain pieces of music. Like, for example, when you listen to classical music, I know that growing up, my mom had certain music things that she loved. Like, she loved Roger Whittaker, and she loved the music of Camelot. And she got the soundtrack to Camelot, and we had a ton of albums of the singer Roger Whittaker. And she would put them on, and they were playing constantly during my childhood. So still to this day, when I hear any of the music from the Camelot soundtrack, or I hear any music from Roger Whittaker, it brings me these emotions of my childhood, my mom dancing around the house with this music playing. And it just evokes these beautiful memories of growing up and the joy and happiness of the way that I was lucky enough to grow up with. So music can be super, super powerful. In fact, they're studying music therapy in different settings like hospital settings, people that are going through cancer treatments or people that are going through rehab, and people who have dementia or Alzheimer's. And they show that it reduces pain. So the need for sedatives or painkillers, you can actually reduce the need for those. It helps you heal quicker because it puts your body in a state of relaxation, lowered anxiety, lowered blood pressure, and it brings homeostasis to you because of the frequencies of the beautiful music. And I know there's sound bowls, music. I've actually had some of this done before where is in a massage setting, and the sound therapist will put all these beautiful bowls of different sizes on maybe your heart chakra, different places of your body, and then they make music out of it, and the sound from the bowls, it vibrates on your body, and it's really amazing and therapeutic, and it just makes you feel good. So some of these things that we might not think about can make a huge difference. In fact, when we go to the symphony, me and my husband, there's a favorite piece of music that he has that we listen to every single year. It's Tchaikovsky's 1812 Overture, and it's a 20-minute, really powerful, beautiful piece of music. And my husband listened to that growing up. His dad would pipe that through the house, and that was something that now to this day, every single time he listens to this piece of music, it brings tears to his eyes, and it makes him very, very emotional. And he's not ashamed of it at all, but it is one of those things that just evokes these deep, beautiful emotions and makes us feel good. So if that's not something you've really thought about, this is a really good time in human history to bring the beautiful frequencies of music into our life and be very strategic about it. Because if you think about these things, these musical frequencies that aren't necessarily the best for our health, that might not even be something that you thought about. So the strategery of putting music into your life is very important. Now, while I was looking at this healthy habit, because this is something that like I said, I have loved music my whole life. I've been a person who's taught exercise classes, and music has been a huge part of that. And I've always incorporated music that's uplifting and motivating. And it's been a huge thing for me, but I haven't really realized the depth of healing that the human body can get just from the aspect of music and all the emotions and frequency that comes with it. So while I was doing just a tiny bit of research about this, I found this incredible scale of frequencies called the solfeggio frequencies, and I might even be pronouncing that right. Or wrong. I might be pronouncing that wrong. But if you're familiar with this, this is the typical do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, which a lot of us are familiar with from The Sound of Music. But there's some beautiful things about this that you might not know. The origin of this ancient musical scale can be traced back to the hymn to John the Baptist. So this goes way, way, way back. In fact, I'm going to read a couple of these because I don't want to get this wrong. The idea behind the scale is that each tone holds a specific frequency and brings balance and harmony to your body in different ways. The idea was first discovered in the 1970s, and there's a whole history. I would suggest that you look it up. So it's actually spelled Solfeggio. So solfeggio would be my best guess, which sounds Italian, right? Okay, so I'm going to kind of just give you a little list of what these different frequencies of notes do. They turn grief into joy, liberating guilt and fear, undoing situations and facilitating change, transformation and miracles, including repairing DNA. Wow, right? Oh, I want that. Relationship, connecting with spiritual family, expression, solutions, cleaning and solving, and returning to a spiritual order. So this scale is hardly used in music that we hear in popular music today. However, there are those that believe that this scale is an ancient key passed down to us that unlocks the connection to the divine. So I would suggest, and I'm going to do this, but I would suggest that you, first of all, pay very close attention to the music that you allow into your energy field and the frequencies that it does. Because you will feel the way that you know you should if you're listening to stuff that makes you feel better. You'll know. You don't. It's not even a question of someone needs to tell me what good music is. I think we all know that. So if you're maybe not a lover of certain things like classical music, this is a really, really good time to start adding some of that into your life and find pieces of classical music that you like. And then just start listening to these every single day and shift your perception of what music is good. You know, I mean, I still love something that's going to put me in a mood to dance, and I'll never stop liking that. But I'm going to be a lot more strategic about the music that I listen to, and I'm going to start adding more music that I know is going to calm my parasympathetic and sympathetic nervous system. It's going to help lower my blood pressure, keep anxiety levels at bay. You know, there are so many beautiful things that music does, and it's so well proven. It's so well researched. Music can evoke beautiful emotions in us that help raise the frequency of the human beings on this planet. And that is what we need right now. So I would love to hear what you like to listen to that lifts your moods and maybe brings deep memories of when you fell in love, when you were a child. Maybe there was a song that came on when you took your baby home for the first day. And think about the emotions that evokes in you. Music is powerful. And I have been so lucky and so grateful to have music as a part of my life from when I was very, very young. So turn on the music, start dancing, start meditating, start relaxing to beautiful music, and we'll see you in the next one.